Hello guys, today we're looking at a very simple problem. It's a silver problem from 2021 February, and just looking at the year and the division, you know that's going to be easy. Also, I'm in gold now, so I don't even know why I'm still doing silver problem reviews, probably just to get rid of my problem storage. Anyways, the problem is really simple, straightforward. You have a bunch of cows and you want to add them one by one while counting how many cows you need to add at least so that no cow is adjacent to exactly 3 other cows. And the grid is only 1,000, and you have only 1,000 cow. Wait, no. Yeah, you have 100,000 cows, and the grid is only 1,000 by 1,000. So yeah, pretty easy. If you're watching this video, you're probably also in silver or gold, so it should be pretty easy for you as well. So back then for me, it was really easy, but somehow it did frustrate my 1 year ago self really. Like, it's really frustrating for me because I forgot to initialize the local variable, and somehow a C out, like literally, I don't know which one it was, but I added a C out somewhere and it just affected the value of the local variable, which is really weird. But yeah, I also did cuss in the comment of this code, so that's not good. Anyways, so my solution for this was very simple and straightforward, just a simulation. I use a C array to keep track of whether a grid is unoccupied, occupied, or needs to be occupied. If it's equal to 2, that means it needs to be occupied. If it's 1, that means it's currently occupied. If it's 0, that means there's nothing on it. So every time we add a new cow, if it's on the grid that needs to be occupied last time, but now you place the cow on it, that just means that we don't need to do anything, and we just need to subtract the answer from last round by 1 because you don't need to place a cow on this grid anymore. And also update the status of the grid. Otherwise, you just go to DFS and find all the grids adjacent to the current one that has a cow, and you need to check to make sure that they're not comfortable. Also, notice that we only visit a grid without a cow if this grid needs to be placed, right? Look, if the number of cows it's adjacent to is exactly 3, we go to the next grid regardless of whether there's a cow on it. So, actually, only when there's not a cow on it, because none is the only grid without a cow when there's only 3. So when there's exactly 3 adjacent. So if we reach this grid and there's no cow on it, that means we need to add a cow here. So answer is incremented by 1, and then we update the status of this grid. And then we have to go check the surrounding to make sure no new comfortable cow is formed. And as you can see, I added a bunch of very weird comments because I was debugging and I was really frustrated back in 2025 January 4th, which is when I did this. Anyways, yeah, that was an easy problem, and I'm finally back on making videos and problem reviews every single day. So hope you understood how to solve this problem, and thank you for watching. Okay, so now is the grind report time. It's also been a while since I've done any of these, but today I did 2 problems. I gotta find the first one I did. It's grass planting from a contest that I mocked 2 days ago, and it's honestly not that hard. It's basically a template for heavy light decomposition, which is a pretty standard algorithm for gold. And I should know that, but I kind of forgot. So I was not able to solve this in the mock contest 2 days ago. But after looking at the solution, I immediately realized that I did quite a few problems with heavy light decomposition before. So I was just able to kind of memorize the template today because it wasn't memorized, but kind of is now. And also finally write another segment tree because I haven't wrote one of those in a while. And yeah, pretty easy, fun little problem. 170 lines of code, might be slightly long, but can't complain. And then I mocked the 2012 gold February, and you're asking me why I'm mocking such old contest. Well, I think there's just decent difficulty because back then they were the highest division, but it's also like 13 years ago. So I say it's decent difficulty for someone who's just recovering to the 10 hours a day grind mode. And also, I didn't actually hit 10 hours today. Again, I only got 7 hours, but better than 2.5 yesterday and 5 hours 2 days ago. So yeah, 7 hours today. And this problem I solved, the second one, took quite a while. It took like 2 hours, and it's just the algorithm called, I don't know what's the English, but I think it translates to something like retrievable greedy. And I used a stack or priority queue, I guess, in this situation. And yeah, it's a little bit complicated. Had to debug for a while, but I think I'm starting to get my debug ability back as well. So that's good. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I promise I'll actually see you tomorrow this time because I know I didn't make a video yesterday, but it's also Thanksgiving. So I was just thinking, I made an excuse of I need to be thankful of the gold that I already got instead of being greedy and wanting more like platinum. But that's also just excuse. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.